karate DSL have allowed the true quality engineers, folks who understand both sides, business and technical, who can sort of speak both those languages, ask the right questions, call out things before a line of code's even written. I mean, if you sort of inject yourself into a project in the early stages when it's being designed, you can call out issues before they even become an issue, right? And in that sense, yes, I think things have gotten a lot better, at least speaking from my own personal experience. If you give the folks who have the capabilities the right tools to use, it can really open up a lot of doors. And that's certainly been my experience. Again, one of the things I lacked heading into the role that I'm in is a development background. And, that without a tool like karate, that would have been an unfortunate thing, because I would have struggled to write a whole host of automated tests to support the applications that I do. But again, if it's made easy, if that aspect of your role is made easy, you can focus on all the other stuff, not have to worry about being a software developer in order to become a successful quality assurance engineer.
I think that's why I chose Karate framework, is that we can use API together with UI testing. So being an automation coach, I have seen many times where UI automation tester, they like to use UI interaction to set out data. And that is not very efficient. If you can have the API to set out data, tearing it down later on, cleaning it out later on, in between you interact with what you want to test for the UI, is actually makes much more sense for end-to-end testing to become more efficient. So that is another thing why we chose Karate, is because it allows us to write hybrid tests. Yeah.
And I've oftentimes referred to within FIS as karate is like the Swiss Army knife of software testing solutions. That's not really fair to karate, because Swiss Army knives aren't very good at anything, right? Like, who's going to use that little pair of scissors to cut anything? It's sort of like a fun little easy to use gadget that kids have fun like whittling sticks with. But if you wanted to do a serious job, any one of those jobs that the Swiss Army knife can supposedly do, you're not going to use a Swiss Army knife. You're going to use, a professional tool. So karate kind of, it offers that simplicity, but it also allows you to go really deep in a lot of different facets. And we've talked about testing, but there's karate's mock capabilities, being able to set up a simulator to simulate a downstream service of yours, plug into that so you don't have to worry about some other development team keeping pace with your own. You can just simulate whatever that service is very quickly and easily using karate, plug into that and test your own application out that way. Performance testing with the assistance of Gatling. I mean, we can go on, but there's a lot that karate offers. And, again, the ease of use does not come with by the way, it only does like 3 out of the 10 things on your checklist that you're looking to accomplish in terms of this particular silo. It goes really deep. And I really can't think of anything that another tool would offer above and beyond karate that, it does it better and in a more simple fashion than karate does. Maybe something exists, but I'm not aware of it.
So when we started this program for building a very large scale microservice platform here in our team, so we were looking for a test automation tool which serves our needs. We want to accelerate. Our primary goal was to automate first and automate fast. We want to achieve automation which can support our rapid deployment needs. And incidentally, the karate tool was recommended not by the QA team, but from one of the architects who learned about this tool. That was like almost 4 years ago. It came through word of mouth, not from a testing, but a development lead. So we wanted to evaluate karate tools, because in my past experience, I've worked with multiple commercial tools as well as open source tools. So initially we thought we'll look at Rest Assured, but we did a very extensive evaluation of karate in multiple parameters like support for development, support for component tests, and other factors like what's the productivity. Our main goal was productivity and maintaining our test coverage. That's where we started with the karate.
There was the requirement to do some API testing suddenly. And then a colleague said there is this new framework that's called karate. Maybe we can use that. And we did an evaluation of different frameworks, like doing everything from scratch in pure Java, using Rest Assured and using karate. And it was so much easier and more straightforward to do it in karate that we went for it.
That they know both API, UI, and mocking at the same time. I don't have to repeat them using different framework. Yeah, so it saved me time in training people. I want to get them into production as soon as possible, writing automation test case for me. Yeah.
We did POCs. We went through multiple different tools, and karate came as one of the top selection. And the reason were there was easy to learn. It has its own karate DSL. So that means that each step that I'm writing, I don't have to write a backend code for that, right? It was still following a similar syntax as if like a BDD style, but you don't have to write the step definition for each step. You don't have to maintain another library just for that, right? It was all out of the box, and the reserved keywords were very helpful, especially writing a web UI testing.
So I first became aware of karate in early 2019, and one of my colleagues, I had just joined a fintech company, and we were in the process of building a platform, replacing an existing platform that was a very monolithic platform into a modern technology using microservices. And we had a series of meetings, kind of talking about architecture and picking the tools that we would use for for our development as well as testing. And so one of my colleagues just kind of briefly mentioned to me karate. And then as part of the kind of a vetting process, I looked at I think at Rest Assured, and it may have been one other tool, but karate quickly spiked my interest. And I think it's a common experience for a lot of people who come across karate. You just have this wow moment almost right away, because it's just so easy to use and so easy to write tests in, and the documentation is absolutely outstanding. It's very comprehensive with a lot of great examples.